Hey everyone, this is Kai. Welcome back. So if you're new to this series, or you don't recognise any of the buildings we've got around us and stuff, this is a pretty good place to jump in. Ha ha ha. Was that bad? That was bad. Okay. So I'm going to be making these kind of recap videos every 20 episodes, where you can kind of just jump in and I'll be giving a really brief rundown of what we worked on in each episode and kind of what we talked about. And I'm doing that because I know there's a lot of series that I kind of wanted to start watching, but they've been going on for months or years or whatever, and I didn't want to feel like I'd missed out on stuff, but I also didn't want to spend the time watching every single episode up till that point. So hopefully you guys will enjoy and appreciate these, and if you want to start watching and you're like me, you don't want to miss out on stuff, then hopefully it'll kind of get you all caught up, and you can just start watching from wherever you decide to pick up on. So I guess we'll just jump right in. Okay, so episode 1 was your standard kind of getting started in Minecraft episode. There was tree punching, there was food collecting, and a little bit of caving. And since it was the first episode on the channel, I also spent some time talking about kind of what you can expect, what my plan was. We got into kind of a scary situation with some mobs, and we also found a village. Much fun was had overall. In episode 2, after losing all the villagers and starting a little vendetta against the sheep on the mountain, I really hate sheep. I spent some time talking about a few techniques to make walls look more interesting, and spent the rest of the episode talking about one of the favourite games from my childhood, while making a start on our first build project, the Village Mayor's House. In episode 3, we worked some more on the Mayor's House, and I also talked about a texture concept for the next build. We also kind of had a little bit of a passive mob disaster situation. In the first part of episode 4, we spent some time building a new house in the village, and then we made a boat and went exploring to kind of see what's around in this world. I took the opportunity to describe my experience my first time playing Minecraft, and then talked about how I've developed over the years, particularly with building skills. In episode 5, we pretty much just continued exploring, and I finished up my stories from the previous episode, but we also found an awesome ice spikes biome, and a dancing dog. Episode 6 was titled Living Cave, because that's pretty much what we built. It was quite fun, and I think it looked pretty nice in the end. In episode 7, we made a barrel for emergency water supply by the mayor's house, and then I spent some time talking about colour contrast and how colours in Minecraft change from day to night. After that, we started working on another building, which will soon become an inn. Episode 8. We spent pretty much this whole episode just working on the inn. It's a large-ish project that should look pretty sweet when it's done. Episode 9 was a nether episode. We jumped into the nether for the first time, managed to find a fortress, and we had a little playdate with its inhabitants. It was pretty scary. In episode 10 we made even more progress on the inn, and this is the part where it starts to get a bit crazy and technical. Episode 11 consists of even more progress on the inn. I think at this point this is definitely my favourite build in the world so far, so I don't mind that it took like 4 episodes of work. In episode 12, we finally put a roof onto the mayor's house, our first build project. The roof was kind of a thing that was scaring me a little bit, but we ended up turning it into a clock face, which I think ended up looking pretty nice. Episode 13 was a little bit talky. I'd been away for a bit, so it's kind of like a personal life/channel update. And we went to find a stronghold, with great success. Episode 14 was straight back to building. Lots of kind of intricate details happening in this episode. We made the clock face look a bit more beefy, and also did some detailing on the side of the building. Now between episodes 14 and 15 I did quite a bit of exploring. So at the start of 15 I tried to figure out how this contraption in the jungle temple works. And then we spent the rest of the time building a horse stable. I tried some old techniques and some new ones, and they're starting to come together to make a build that's looking pretty nice in my opinion. Let me know what you think maybe. In episode 16 we made loads of progress on the horse stable. I think that's looking way better now. And then I took a moment to kind of explain my actual plan for the whole thing, because I started to get loads of inspiration by this point and get way more excited about the whole project. In episode 17 we had a pretty big project, which was to make a natural looking river flowing through the whole place. Since it took a really long time, I made the bulk of it into a sweet looking time lapse. Nice. Episode 18 was a pretty sad one. We suffered our first tragic loss of the series. And then afterwards, on a lighter note, we started to make a little fishing pond off our new river. Episode 19 was a caving episode, because I'd been away for Christmas and I just wanted to have a little chat and talked about how my Christmas was and how my trip was, and then towards the end of the video I fell in lava like an idiot. Episode 20 was titled Serious Progress, and that's what happened. We pretty much finished up the horse stable, including the outside of it, and then we also decorated the interior of the villager's house. Interior deco is not something I do a lot, so I spent a lot of time on this, but I'm super happy with the results. I'm really excited. Alright, so hopefully that gave you guys a good idea of what's happened so far. Next episode we're going to be building in this area right behind me, because it does look awesome here. And there'll be a link to that episode in the description, and if it exists at the point that you're watching this, there'll be a link to the next recap episode of the next 20, so that you can have a look at that as well. If you're a newcomer, big welcome to you. Thanks for checking out the channel. Hope you enjoy your stay here. If you're a returning subscriber, big thanks to you. You're awesome. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good day. See you later.